Huh? I look a little disheveled right now because I just got home from work. It was a busy week and I didn't record a video as early as I was hoping to, and I'm running out of time, so I gotta get this video up by Saturday in order to keep my schedule. So you get me, you get her, and she's supposed to go to bed, but she got a little kick of energy because she just ate steak, which is why we're talking about movie theaters, because there's a lot at stake today. It's good steak, good ranch. My wife makes homemade ranch, and it's great. You know, when I graduated high school, I started going to this movie theater every single Tuesday because they would have $5 Tuesdays, which means the tickets were, if you can guess it, $5. And I still go pretty frequently, not as much as I used to, but I would go watch a movie with a friend. We'd rate it from 1 to 5. I'd throw those tickets in a jar, which I have right there. That bicep though. And it was a great experience, and it still is. I love going to the movie theater, but the weird thing is realizing how little people actually go to them anymore. I don't know what it's like for you guys growing up, but for myself, I never went as a kid. I just didn't do it. My parents didn't really have a lot of expendable money. She dropped Peter Cottontail. No, you gotta hold on to it. You just dropped it again. Do you want it or not? I'm gonna put you down like this and you're gonna go to sleep. I got a slouch for this video, so hopefully this camera angle is a little better. Also, my hair looks stupid because I've been wearing a beanie all day. Oh, without falling off. My camera mount sucks. It's literally zip tied to a TV stand. That's a little better. We're gonna go with this. Yes, you're in there, girl. But it wasn't until I got older that I started going to movies, and it's such a great experience because it forces you to get away for a few hours at a time. It makes you cut yourself off from the outside world, and it's a really cool thing. Like, it's the only place where I feel like, I mean, there's a few places, so whatever, correct me, I don't give a hoot. I do give a hoot. But it's one of the places where you can go and you turn your phone off for 3 hours straight, or at least 2 hours straight during the movie, and no one bats an eye. Like, if people know you're at a movie theater, it's just what you do. You cannot drive? So, wait, she can drive. I actually got her a car for Christmas. It's really cool. She immediately grabbed a Coors Light and started drinking and driving. Little kid car, by the way. But when you're forced to have your phone off for a couple hours at a time at least, you disconnect and fully immerse yourself in the world. Like, whoop-de-frickin-do, boomer. This is what you complain about phones for. Whatever. What are you doing? Dance, dance, dance. You wanna dance? Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. A dance, dance, dance. A dance, dance, dance. A dance, dance, dance. But because you turn your phone off, you get fully immersed in the world. That's the point. I think you guys are getting that. I'm getting halfway distracted every 2 seconds by her. But beyond that, there's a few other things that I like, and local movie theaters are it. Specifically the ones that aren't like Regal theaters. We're done dancing now. No more fun. The big movie theaters aren't bad in general, but there's 2 local theaters that we have nearby that I really, really love. The one is the one I go to all the time. It's a small, fairly raggedy theater, but you get to know the staff. When I come in, they recognize me and they know exactly what I'm going to order. A large Dr. Pepper and hot tamales. They literally will pull it out and have it ready, so by the time I get to the counter, it's literally there, ready to go. And in some managers, depending... Did you say no? Yes, they do that. I'm important. Some managers would even give us stuff for free because we came in so frequently. The new one doesn't do it now. The movie theater itself was pretty run down. I mean, not run down, but it's old, and you can tell that it's not like the top of the line theater. And the other theater that I go to is one with recliner seats. It's had it forever. You can order food. It has a bar. I don't drink, but it's still cool to have pool tables and everything. Like, it's a full experience. And that one went out of business recently, which is one of the reasons that sparked the idea for this video. Here, hop down and go chase that. Wait a second. You ripped the cover off another one of my books? You little turd. Half my books don't have covers anymore. But the point I'm getting at is that movie theaters are an experience. Okay, you want right back up? I just wanted to... I love her. Do I love you? That's yes, by the way. This video is going to be half her, half yapping about nonsense. So if you haven't left at this point, dude, freaking subscribe because you're here for absolute nonsense. The point I'm making, I guess, is that movie theaters are dying out, and I don't understand why. It's a fantastic experience to experience, and people's complaints that they're too expensive, in my opinion, are just completely unfounded. Now, I understand the fact that ticket prices may be a little out of range for some people. A normal theater charges around 14 to 16 to some even 18 bucks for a ticket, which is pretty high. But you're paying for more than just a movie, you're paying for an experience as well. When you go to the movie theater and you pay that much, you're going for the experience of sitting down, enjoying it with a great screen, great sound, and other people who are there to enjoy the experience as well. And shared experiences are very powerful, and they add so much to the movie. I enjoy movies so much more when you can sit through it and focus on just the movie. Compare that to the cost of a streaming service, or compare that to the cost of renting a movie on a streaming service, which is something that sadly is a big deal right now. Amazon makes a good amount of money off their rentals alone. In fact, I've paid for rentals because in my mind, holy cow, my hair looks stupid. Whatever. Because in my mind, if I'm going to pay 5, 8, 10, even 25 bucks is the most I paid for like a new movie that came out just to rent it. That's the same cost as going to the movie theater, if not significantly less. But the point is, it's pretty comparable, except I'm not getting the movie theater experience. I'm getting just the movie itself. I'm not getting to go and sit in any fancy seats, just in my house where there's a bunch of different distractions, which means I'm not going to enjoy the movie as thoroughly as I would if I went somewhere to go watch it, somewhere that's dedicated for showing movies. I mean, you could definitely say that it's very stereotypical to say that streaming services were the death of movie theaters, and obviously they contributed significantly. But the value on experiences has gone down so much in the past decade. Obviously, people will still pay for things like Disneyland, but you have to get an experience that's almost so much higher than what it used to be in terms of like, you're not going to pay for something small anymore. You have to pay for a big grand experience. And if you're not going to get that, then most people aren't willing to spend the time no matter what. They'd rather do something at home because you can get other experiences at home. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily bad, but when you compare things like streaming, video games, which are all great things, compared to going out and doing something, it's like on a lazy day when you could be lazy and just drive down to the movie theater and quite literally get away, which is what most people want to do when they're lazy. They want to do something to pass time without feeling lazy. They'd rather just sit at home and watch a TV show they've seen a bunch of times. You'd rather sit at home and watch a movie you've seen 50 times. You'd rather sit at home and scroll on Instagram Reels. So you're quite literally doing the same thing, but you're not getting any experience out of it. Now, I feel like I've said that word so much the meaning is completely lost right now, but the point of the point of the fact of the matter of the fact of the point is that I love my baby. Mwah. But the point of this is that I'm just getting sad that movie theaters are dying out because I like going. I mean, I understand that this is largely a me specific issue, and a lot of the things that I complain about are very me specific issues, but I like yapping about it, and you know, my wife doesn't want to listen to me anymore, so haha, you're still here. Or you're not. My views are popping off. I can count the number of views I got in the last video on my hand, so I'll be able to give you 2 punches. Kapow. So what's the answer to it? Well, I think there actually is an answer to it, but I think it's a little more complicated than some people may want to do. I think the fact of the matter is that you have to, whoa, hello, calm down there. That's my insurance policy. I think the fact of the matter is that you have to combine movie theaters with something else. They no longer can be a single function destination. You can't just go there to watch a movie because we're aiming for ease more than anything else. It has to be something that I believe needs to be social. I live in the PNW, and what we have a lot of in high quantity is coffee. But specifically, we don't just have coffee that you go through a drive-through or you pop in and out and that's that. What's very popular here is, and maybe elsewhere, I just know here and I don't want to be racist. What's very popular is that you go out and get coffee with someone, meaning that you'll go get a cup of coffee and then sit down for 1 to 2 to 3 hours just yapping with somebody. Point is that you get to spend time somewhere else for something menial. And that's incredibly popular. Coffee shops are stacked. They're always packed out, especially on weekends. And even during weekdays, they're considerably busy all the time with old folks meeting in the morning, students coming in to study and hang out, people coming in the evening just to get away and get a cup before the evening. There's always things and people that are coming in and spending time. And I think that that's something that needs to be blended with movie theaters. Now, specifically, I don't think that it should be restaurants because restaurants are an event in and of themselves. Something that, oh, thank you, baby. That's very kind of you. That's my favorite pen. Oh, you want it back now? Oh, you're handing it to me. Oh, thank you. Oh, you want it back now? Oh, I'll take it. Thank you. Okay. You want to come up. All right. What are you looking at? Ow! 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 Don't worry. She had a rabies shot, so she has rabies now. Restaurants are places where you go to actually do something, but coffee shops are the perfect place because you can go hang out and then go and watch a movie. You're there, so you might as well do it for a couple hours. Yes, this is the point of talking, but movies are not built to be a primary business anymore. Movie theaters are still going to exist, and I think for a good while there will always be a holdout of at least one because they're such a cool part of the past, but they no longer are sustainable enough to be the main business. They have to be secondary to something, and the fact of the matter is that food and alcohol are the 2 biggest things that will keep businesses afloat even through hard times. And I think that's something that the movie theaters need to go towards. I've heard a bunch of different ideas of what people can throw in terms of arcade and games, and I don't think that's the answer. I think when you have those, it's an okay way, but that's also part of a dying breed. Arcades aren't as huge anymore, and dragons are no longer invading Dave & Buster's. Other places that have big arcades are having to branch out and add more things just to stay semi-relevant, just to keep the business afloat, whether that be adding a game like bowling or go-karting or some other like major thing. No longer will just an arcade work. And the point is that you can't tie something that doesn't already work like an arcade with a movie theater that is also dying off. Okay, now you're under with my cords. What are you grabbing? The 30-pound kettlebell was what she was getting. She picked it up. She handed it to me. Whoa! You, my dear, have what we call Paul Walker's Fast and Furious Edition Hot Wheels Toyota Mark IV Supra, which started as the base non-turbo Supra, the 2JZ GE engine. That's the non-turbo version, not the GTE. And then he swapped a 2JZ GTE into it, a whole different engine. Same, sounds pretty similar, but the T that's missing is the turbo. Isn't that incredibly fascinating? Don't you find that fascinating? I want to see movie theaters succeed. I want to see them last because it's a part of my life that I still go to quite frequently. And I think there needs to be some sort of revitalization to get people into it because I think people genuinely enjoy the movie theater going experience. But it's a commitment of a couple hours. It's a commitment that costs something that may seem on the surface like it's more expensive than going and watching a movie all on your own during the streaming services. But I don't really think that it is. I think the price is fairly negligible, and it's just something that I think would be sad to go. Now, there's a lot of things that may go, and that's fine. That's the way the world works, and if this goes, it goes, and that's set. But I think there's a way to save it, and I think it's simply by adding coffee. Golly, what a horrible video this was. Anyway, tell me in the comments how you would save movie theaters. Like and subscribe.